All right. So, number 18, decentralization enables divisions of a large institution to function autonomously. Okay, so decentralization allows divisions of a large institute. Okay, so it allows like these companies that are large to function autonomously, even though that they have like different divisions. Being like, oh, you have your marketing department, your communications department, your warehouse, tech. Okay. This always permits more realistic planning and strongly encourages innovation. Since the people responsible for decision making are directly involved in implementing the policies they design. Decentralization also permits the central administration to focus on institution-wide issues without being overwhelmed by the details of daily operations. This is really strong. This always permits more realistic. All right, the statements above most strongly support which of the following? All right, let's start with E. The people directly involved in implementing policies are always able to make innovative and realistic policy decisions. I don't love this because it's like, are people directly involved in implementing policies always able to make innovative and realistic decisions?
No, because there's so many different people. Like that doesn't mean they always are able to make it.
Yeah, that doesn't mean the people implementing them are the ones making them. That's really strong. D, the central administrations of large institutions are usually partially responsible for most of the details of. No, we don't even talk about central
That
administration.
conflicts with the last sentence.
Yeah, they're saying that they focus on institution-wide issues, not
Right.
those of daily operations. C, for large institutions, the advantages of decentralizations outweigh its disadvantages.
We don't know that. We don't know the disadvantages. So we
Right.
can't.
We just know that we're functioning autonomously and it allows us. I bet a lot of people pick C.
Really? Okay, B and A were what I was stuck between.
B, innovation is not always encouraged in large centralized institutions. That's weak.
Sure is.
Okay. A, in large institutions whose divisions do not function autonomously, planning is not maximally realistic. In large institutions whose divisions do not function autonomously, well, I guess it has to be like it has to be A, right? Because it's saying
It
this always allows us to be more realistic. And so we can't like if decentralization always allows us to be more realistic and more innovation, that means that without it, they're at least a little we can't be maximized because then what happens if we are maximizing innovation and then we become decentralized?
Right. So there's no, if we're maximally realistic, there's no level to go beyond that. Like
Yeah.
if we're saying this is always lesser than, okay.
Okay, so innovation is not always encouraged. Do we know that it's not always encouraged? Maybe it is always encouraged. We don't say.
Right.
Yeah, so even though it's really weak, like we don't talk about it. Do we like maybe innovation is always encouraged?
Yeah, I think I got stuck on this always permits more realistic planning and strongly encourages innovation. So I took that as okay, we know that when decentralization has happened to an institution, innovation is encouraged. But I guess we don't have that comparison. Just because we're saying it is encouraged doesn't mean it's not before. It just could mean it's encouraged more than it is before when they are
Yeah,
centralized. Okay.
yeah.
Cool.